Hello, I'm Bishop Marc Andrus, the Episcopal Bishop of the Diocese of California in the San Francisco Bay Area and head of delegation for the Episcopal Church's presence at COP25, the Conference of Parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, meeting in Madrid. Guests of Madrid and Spain, and we're also grateful for the hospitality that so quickly was put in place when Chile was unable to continue to host, but we honor Chile's presidency and their willingness to step forward last year. I'm going to continue some comments about what we're doing as part of a global climate action movement and taking part in the COPs as the Episcopal Church. We talked the last video a little bit about what is the Episcopal Church as an international body within a global body, within an even larger body of faith people, and then with partners. And as I said, the Episcopal Church is a 17-member nation body that is called the Episcopal Church USA. But I do want to talk a little bit about the USA part. In Marrakesh, at the Conference of Parties that was held in Marrakesh the year after the Paris Agreement, we were all there when the United States elected Donald Trump to be the President of the United States. And 30,000 climate activists, climate scientists, climate negotiators, and other people who believe that we're facing this tremendous problem and tremendous opportunity together as a planet, woke up to a climate denier as the President-elect of the United States. And as you know, President Trump has now made the formal step to remove the United States from participation in the Paris Agreement. Right there, that day in Marrakesh, a group of American climate activists met, and something was born that took an official form about a year later called We Are Still In, meaning that a coalition of different sectors of society, faith bodies, cities, states, regions, businesses, universities, healthcare systems, tribes, could come together and together could keep the commitment that the United States made to the Paris Agreement, even if the federal government did not take part. And that is a stunning idea, and that is an idea that is coming into reality. In fact, this coalition represents the majority of Americans are part of different institutions that take part in We Are Still In, and it represents trillions of dollars in assets. It's of interest to me what each sector can uniquely bring. And the Episcopal Church, as a Christian faith body within We Are Still In, is bringing several things. So for example, as a church, we meet every 3 years as a complete body, and we pass legislation as part of what we do coming together. And in 2018, we passed 19 different climate and environmentally based resolutions that set policy for us that upon which we do advocacy in the civil society, and we base our own choices based on these policy decisions that we have resolved. And so I'll tell you about some of those. We established water as a human right, clean water, fresh water as a human right and commons. We passed a resolution on ocean health, which included a commitment to welcome climate refugees from water level rise and from climate chaos in the Caribbean and in the Pacific. We also recognize that we have a not unique but particular gift in that, like other faith bodies, we hold the earth to be sacred, and we have processes of transformation that are in place as religious bodies that help individuals and communities move from disintegration and difficulty to an integrated and stable and sustainable life. Religions all over the world of all kinds have these processes that are life-giving in place. So we've established something called a carbon tracker that is embedded within our religious practice. So households and church communities can measure their carbon footprint and make choices to make those carbon footprints more sustainable. We can move from unsustainability to sustainability and a healthy and good life by embedding these choices within our faith life. There are 71 choices that a person can make. It's a web-based application. You can make it as an individual or as a household, but then you can also add those choices up in your community of faith, and those can be rolled up to the level of a region, and then finally all the way up to the level of the whole Episcopal Church. If 20% of the Episcopal Church right-size their carbon footprint, it would be like taking all of the emissions of a country the size of Uruguay out of the atmosphere, or all of the carbon emissions that come in a year from Coca-Cola, out a huge company, out of the atmosphere. So it's consequential, these choices that we make. And we believe this is one way that the Episcopal Church can be part of We Are Still In and fight climate change.